Good morning. Okay, let's get ready for the day. How are you? Are you having a great morning? I hope so. I hope so. We are going to try to go quickly because, as per my life, I'm running late. Shocker. I know. Shocker. If you do not know me, I'm Jen Tiffany. Welcome to my page. I'm so happy that you're here. We're going to get our makeup in place so we can conquer the day. When you look good, you feel good. Do a little something for yourself today. Whether that's putting on a new shade of lipstick, maybe it's wearing the mascara today. It doesn't have to be a full face. Whatever makes you happy. If you are here, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. That's why they call this social media. And if you need to talk to me, if you have specific questions, things you want to know, I popped the link above. Just click that and you can either talk to JenBot, who will give you some quick options. She gets a little sassy sometimes though, so you can always click like talk to real Jen and it will come right to me. We're going to let our primer set up there for a second. We're going to get our brows in place while we do that. You always want to give your primer, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes to set so that it can guard against the humidity. Keep that makeup in place. I don't know about you, but I'm having a battle between my hair and the humidity is winning. I went out and bought some new products last night to try to help. We shall see. I'm not overly confident right now. If you have a hair product that you love that like fights the frizz, drop it below. I need to know. I need to know all of your secrets. I need to know all of the goods. Don't keep it from me. Don't keep it. Share it, because I'm sure there are more just like me who need to know. We need the goods. Just using a brow liner for the brows. There's so many different ways that you can do brows. I prefer this one. I think it's the easiest for me. You might think differently. Maybe you would like a brow palette. We have a brow palette. It is wonderful. I don't know. I just find this faster. You know, like you get into your rhythm of what you like, although it's kind of making a liar out of me today because it's not wanting to do. It's not doing exactly what I want it to do. Hey, Shelby, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. How is your day? That's what I like. Interact. Talk. That's what social media is about. I kind of feel weird being the girl who just sits and like talks to herself in that little camera. I'm a talker. I love conversation with people. I love it. You know, the other fun thing you can do with brows is you could use one of our Splurge Cream shadows. That's a quick, easy way to do brows. I'll have to do that for you sometime. Show you how to do that. But with the brows, oh, thank you so much for sharing. You're so sweet. My day is kicking off wonderfully. Thank you for the emojis. Emojis make me so happy. They really do. Something as simple as little hearts or legs flying. I know, it doesn't take a lot with this girl. Does not take a lot to make me happy, but my day is good. Thank you so much for asking. I kind of have a little routine in the morning just to make sure I have a good day, because it's a mindset thing, right? You know, like think about it. You get up. Like, let's say you get up and you stub your toe and you're not happy, and then that kind of follows you through the day. So I have like some different things in place so that I can be happy. We can't always control it, but I will roll that dice and control it as much as I can, right? As much as I can. Life is too short to be unhappy. All right, we're going to go to some, brows look weird when I have no other makeup on, right? We go to some liquid foundation. This is my foundation of choice. It's good for really any skin type. If you are super oily, then I would suggest doing a pressed powder foundation or getting into like the oil control mask. The oil control mask is great, especially with the summer heat and humidity. Kind of helps control it, because if you're like me, I get oily, especially that T-zone. It just likes to shine, shine, shine. I want to shine in life. I don't want my T-zone to shine. So I like this Touch mineral liquid mineral touch. You know what it is. You know what it is, even if I don't get it right. If you're just popping in, please say hello. Say hi. I want to get to know you. Love to have conversations, Shelby. I'm glad you agree. I love people with that positive mindset. I used to not have the most positive mindset. I was never a super negative person, but it definitely takes a little bit of work. But it's so worth it. So worth it. Like, I have certain podcasts that I like. I would love to know if you have any podcasts or books or people that you follow that just kind of lift you up and inspire you. I would love to know that. So you've been there too, Shelby. You get it? See? Like, you're my new best friend. We're new BFFs. You see what's happening? This is why we have conversation over social media. You get to meet really cool people, right? Get to meet really cool people. So I think for the eyes today, we will do a combination. Did I put eye primer on? I can't remember. Just gonna put a little bit more on just in case, because I can't remember. The mind is going. It's going. As you get older, like, I remember I used to laugh at my mom because I'm like, what do you mean you don't remember? Yeah, I totally get it now. That mind, the memory, like, seriously, if I did not have Siri, I don't know what I'd do. Like, Siri, remind me too. All day, every day, my phone is popping with Siri telling me what I have to do. Okay, so let's contour real quick while we're waiting for that primer to set, and then we will get to our eyes. So I think today we're going to do a combination of the pressed shadows, which I love, and Splurge Cream Shadow, because Splurge is part of this month's customer kudos. So I'll show you one of the shades, see if you like it. If you like it, then check out that kudos, because you get Epic Mascara, which is my fave. What am I looking for here? A brush. A brush. That's what we're looking for. You get Epic Mascara, Splurge Cream Shadow, and those amazing Hottie Lip Plumpers. It's a fun deal. So does anybody know why we contour? Anybody know why I contour? So many things that I've learned. Yes, my morning routine before makeup, Shelby, that's an awesome question. My morning routine is obviously I cleanse my face. Anytime after you cleanse, I like to use rose water as my toner. So you can just spritz it, or you can put it on a cotton ball and kind of rub it up like some other toners. Then I do moisturizer, kind of let that all sit in for probably like 5 minutes. Like, I do that, and then I go and, you know, I get my drink in the morning and I do the things. You know, you do all the things. And then you start with primer. You want to make sure you've got primer on your face, because what primer does is it's going to give you a smoother canvas, because it goes in. You just need like a pea-size amount. I rub it between the fingers and I put it all over. It's going to go in and kind of almost like putty. And I know that does not sound sexy at all, but it goes into your fine lines, to your pores, and it kind of putties them so that you're getting that smoother finish, and that your pores, like if you suffer from large pores like I do, the reason your pores look large is because your makeup's settling into your skin, and we don't want the makeup to settle in. So that's what this does. This kind of fills it, it creates a nice base, and then it gives your makeup something to stick to. And the bonus is that it creates like a barrier, so sweat, like summertime, the sweat's not going to come out and like mix with the makeup and cause it to slide. So this is one of my must-haves, and it will last you forever. I bet this lasts me at least 6 months, because you just need that little pea-size amount, but it makes such a big difference. Before I started using, thanks, I'm glad that works. Before I started using it and using this brand, I would do my makeup. I would spend a lot of time on it, and I would go look in the mirror at like, you know, lunchtime, noon, and I'd be like, oh, great, I have no makeup on my face. Like, it's all gone. I don't have to worry about that anymore. This kind of keeps you looking fresh all day. You might need to touch up, you know, like I'll blot my T-zone because it gets oily, but this prevents it, like it keeps it longer. Keeps that makeup looking fresh longer. And you don't have to use as much product because you now have that nice base for it to stick to. So you don't have to use as much product, which means like in the long run, you're saving, right? Okay, let's see. Let's do some browns on the eye. Let me grab my one palette. We're going to use pressed shadows. They come in so many different colors, and you get to customize your palette. That's why I love this. You pick these colors. So you're not getting stuck with colors you're not going to use. So I think that's also like, I love a bargain. I love saving money. I love, you know, those kind of hacks. So this is one of those hacks, is that now you don't have to get a palette that you're not going to use some of the colors. You know, you're going to use everything. So I'm just mixing, and you don't have to mix. I don't know why I'm doing it, honestly. But I'm just taking I'm taking a brown and a tan, kind of working them together just because I feel like the tan's going to be a little too light with my skin tone right now, and the brown would be a little too dark. So I'm just mixing it. Don't be afraid to play with your makeup. Listen, when you used to have, let's see if we can adjust that color. When you used to have like your little, did anybody have like the makeup play sets when you were little, or Barbie that you'd put makeup on and you'd play, right? Like my Barbie had I used to take mascara and dye Barbie's hair. My mother probably just loved that. But don't be afraid to play with your makeup. Mix it up. You can mix lip colors. Like if you get bored with a lipstick, mix it with another one that you have on hand. Or add some, pat some eyeshadow right into that lipstick, mix it together, come up with different shades. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of customizing the shade that I want up there. We'll come back, we'll clean it in, we'll blend it, or clean it in. We'll clean it in, we'll clean it up, we'll blend it all in, but I want to put in the Splurge Cream Shadow, which has kind of like a peachy pink. I think it'll play off of the sweater nicely. So that's what we're going to do. So the Splurge Cream Shadows are fun. I should have cleaned this brush first, but we'll get through it. You can see I had a lip color on that side of the brush. We'll get this on, and then we'll clean it up to finish, just to make sure we're getting the true color. So Splurge Cream Shadows, like when you hear cream shadow, you're like, oh, heavy. Nobody wants heavy makeup on their face, right? Like that's back to the foundation. That's one of the reasons that I love that liquid foundation, because, oh, where's my brush cleaner? Because I always love the coverage, the full coverage of a liquid foundation, but I hated the heaviness of it. You know, like that feeling when you can't wait to get home and take it all off and wash it. You don't feel that way with the Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation that I just put on. It's so light, it actually dries as a powder, which is a fun fact. So you get that nice matte finish. I'm a matte girl. Dewy finishes, I think, are beautiful. You can get that from our BB Flawless Cream, but I'm definitely a matte girl. Love my mattes. But the cream shadow, same thing. Goes on as a cream, dries as a powder. Don't ask me how it works. I have no idea, but I love it. And it's light, and it stays all day, and it's not going to crease. So see that like nice, beautiful, I'm using a matte. They're mattes and shimmers, but you just get that beautiful coverage on the lid. And if you are challenged by makeup, if your eye makeup, if you find that hard to do, you don't think you're doing a good job, Splurge Cream will help you. It's so easy to use. It looks professional. You will love that. Now I like to come in to the inner crease, like just that tight corner of the inner crease with a darker color, so that we can kind of set off the lid a little bit more. The color on the screen will get better as I get more makeup on my face. I don't know why, but it's almost like I don't know, there's too much white or something that Facebook doesn't adjust the color in the greatest ways at the beginning. But it gets better. Stick around. It gets better. And the reason I put dark in the crease, I like to do a light lid and dark in the crease because I have a slightly hooded eye. which means that when I open my eyes and look at you, you lose that lid a little bit because I've got, see this heaviness that comes down there? So when you put the dark into the crease, we're kind of doing the illusion of pushing that crease back a little bit, which allows the lids to come out and be the star of the show a little bit more. Fun. I'm hoping I can teach you something. I want you to learn. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask them. If I can answer them, I certainly will. And then we blend. And then we blend. And then we're going to take, do you hear my dog clicking around? I have a Doberman. And then we're just going to take like kind of a nude color right under that brow. You always want to make sure you're doing an underbrow highlight. And let's see, do we want to do anything else? I'm going to use just a little bit of, what do we want to use? Choices. I'm going to use this is what happens when you rep Younique. You have more makeup than you know what to do with. So choices get difficult sometimes when you figure out what you want to use. I'm going to sweep just a little bit of just kind of a pinky, actually we're going to do a little bit of an orange, just real light, just to kind of transition between the brows and that brown. I just want to give a little bit of color. So see, now we kind of have a little wee bit of almost like a sunset kind of thing going on there. Just a smidge of color. Whoops. Dropping things. I need an assistant. Who wants to come over and be my assistant? That's what I need. I need an assistant to like organize my life. Are you all organized? I am not. And I am envious of everyone who is super, super organized. We're just going to clean that up for any of the fallout from sweeping the shadows above. Here's another fun tip. If you're using powder shadows and you're noticing fallout down here, put your foundation on after you do your eyes. That way you don't have to worry about that fallout. You're going to clean it up with the foundation. Let's get into some eyeliner. We're going to use liquid eyeliner in a chocolate brown. This is, oh my goodness, it's hot in here. Like, do you see? My hair is probably getting bigger as we go on. Like, the humidity's hitting it. Anybody else suffer with that? This is on sale right now for $10.50 at JenTiffany.com. It's half off. Half off. Oh, I'm glad you like that, Shelby. Glad that helped. And I just line really tightly along my lids. Again, it's because of that hooded eye. If you have nice, big, bright lids, you can do more of a thick line across the top. I'm just really sweeping right over top of that lash line, just to keep as much of my lids visible as possible. Those are questions I get a lot, like what's the right way to do liner? There really isn't a right way. It's preference. It's what you like. I don't think there are any rules in makeup. I think it's whatever makes you look beautiful. Maybe one rule, blend. Make sure you're blending all that stuff out. That would be the only rule. But I get asked, should I line along the waterline or along the lash line? It's up to you. If you line along the lash line, it's going to make your eyes look bigger. If you line on the waterline, it might close them a little bit, but it might give you more of that sultry look that you're going for. It really just depends. I am taking a liner brush right now, and I'm just dipping it in. Instead of using that liquid liner on my bottom, I'm just going to go in with this brush and put a little bit of the color. Yes, Shelby, after I cleanse and use rose water, then I put moisturizer on my face and I let it set in. Some days, instead of the regular moisturizer, like I usually use either a renewing or a hydrating moisturizer, but you can also use BB cream. Sometimes I'll use BB cream as my base and put foundation over it, or not. But BB cream is a medium coverage foundation, but it's moisture based. It's a tinted moisturizer. So that's another way that you could, go. But it's important. And, depending on the season, sometimes you have to switch your skincare up. Like in the summer, when I'm prone to more oil, I won't use as heavy of moisturizers. Like I might use serums at night instead of the time correcting night cream. So you just kind of have to get to know your skin a little bit, test some things out, see what works best for your skin. Okay, so we brought some color as our liner. That's just shadow. We don't have a regular liner on. And now Epic Mascara, which is my fave. I never leave home without, like, brows and mascara are the two things that I do not usually walk out the front door without having. And it's easy. One step. Just put it on. I kind of press hard at the baseline and wiggle a little before I pull up. And that's just so you're depositing. There's a lot of product on the wand, on any mascara wand. And instead of pulling all of that product up the lash line, pulling it up the lashes, I try to deposit it at the bottom. That way you're not going to get any clumpiness. You're adding to your eyeliner by pressing it right against the lash line, and then you're kind of pulling up what's left over the lashes. So you're not getting too much product at the ends of the lashes, because that's what's going to cause clumpy lashes. Nobody wants clumpy lashes. Clumpy lashes are a no-no. No can do, right? No can do. Let's get the other side. But this is the best mascara I have ever used, and I've used a ton. It's the best. Lasts all day, no raccoon eyes, you get extra length from it. And I like 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, but let's face it, not everybody has time every single day to do the 2 steps. It's actually 3 steps, but to do gel fibers gel. It's awesome, makes your lashes look good, but I'm usually running late, so I need something that's a little bit faster. And I think that's another great tip, is that I spend a lot of time on my makeup. Like if I can get it done in a half an hour, life is fantastic. But oftentimes it's longer than that. That may not fit in your world, and that's okay. I've just always been that way. Doesn't matter that I have my unique business. I've just always been that way. But find what works for you. If you have 5 minutes in your day, then you find those products that fit your routine in 5 minutes and make you feel beautiful. That's what this is about. It's not about having a full face of makeup. It's about what's going to make you feel better. What makes you walk more confidently? What makes you kind of throw those shoulders back and say, like, I got this today. That's what makeup is about. Makeup is about really accentuating the inside and making you feel the best that you can feel. Hey, Diadema, how are you? My beautiful beauty boss. Diadema is a part of our unique team. She is in Hong Kong. Another reason why I love this business is the ability to make friends around the world. If you've ever thought, like, maybe this would be something for you, this looks fun, or you just want that amazing kit of makeup, message me. That link is above. You can just click on that. It'll message me, and we can chat about it. See if it's right for you. See if this lighting is starting. Maybe it's this that's throwing the lighting off, because doesn't it seem super bright to you? I bet that's what it is. Like, if I cover that, does that? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe that's all it is. Wouldn't be the first time, right? It wouldn't be the first time. But we have so many people hopping on the Younique train right now because, the opportunity is incredible. Hello, Diadema. The opportunity is incredible. It keeps getting better. And there are so many bonuses right now for new presenters. The kit is incredible. I laugh, I've been doing this for 4 years now. And I laugh when I look at the kit that I got when I joined and what you get when you join now. Like, What a difference. I want to go back and sign up all over again and get this kit because you get so much with it. Plus your own business. Like, I would have done this even if they didn't give me a kit of makeup because I just believed in the company, believed in the products, and quite honestly, I wanted to have better makeup and better skincare, but it did not fit within my budget. So I thought, well, maybe I could do something like this that would allow me to have a discount, allow me to earn some free makeup, get better makeup, better skincare. And it has done all of that plus so much more. Plus so much more. Thanks so much, Shelby. You're so sweet. I'm so glad you hopped on. Don't you be a stranger. You come around and you say hi more often. Okay, let's do a lipstick. These are on sale right now at jentiffany.com. There's a really cool tab on my website. It's called Steals and Deals. So if you go there, you click shop, and then you'll find the Steals and Deals tab. It shows you everything that's on sale right now, and a lot of it's up to 50% off. These lipsticks being one of them. Oh, good, Shelby. Lipsticks being one of them, and that sale on the lipsticks ends today. So if you want a good deal, it's $13 for the lipstick right now. If you want a good deal, you scooch over there. You scooch over there now and you grab it. I don't want you to say to me tomorrow, Jen, I want the lipstick, because I'm going to say, it's back to full price. I'm sorry. And there's some really pretty shades. This is one of them. I like to really kind of push, like when I blend. Like, see how far I push that down? Because it kind of gets the underside of that. And then I do the same on the top so that it kind of gets the peaks. Oh, well, that was way too much. See what happens when you try to exaggerate? And then usually the way that this works, we'll clean it up. That's hilarious. That would be a great outtake, right? Usually the way that it works is that it gets the peaks, and then you just take your pinky and just sweep it down the Cupid's bow, and it's going to give you a little more of a pouty look. Let's just go in with some powder, and actually maybe we'll just do some liner and clean that up. That was hilarious, honestly. I try. It just doesn't always work out the way that I want it to, you know? Just doesn't always work. And it's hot in here. I should have turned the air on. That also is not helping because, like, you know, when you start sweating there, it's pretty. It's pretty, but when you watch me, you get me. Which sometimes is not the best of times. What I'm going to do to clean that up a little bit is we're just going to take the small end of this dual-ended brush, and we're just going to put just a smidge of foundation, and you can go in and clean up. Clean up all the things. But I think this shade works with my sweater, don't you think? Thank you for the hearts. Does makeup cover wrinkles? It can. It can help. Primer will help. You know, we talked about, where did I put it? We talked about this primer in the beginning. This will go in and help fill it. You have to be careful with wrinkles and fine lines because so many of us are just used to using powders, and we want to put powder on wrinkles. And sometimes what powder does is it makes them look worse because it is settling into the lines. So that's where you want to, like for dark circles under your eyes, you want to look at like a cream-based concealer. So you definitely want to be using a liquid in your foundation and a cream-based concealer. Now you could do, there are products that will help, like an instant lifting serum that will help, but really the best thing for wrinkles is to prevent as many as we can. So you want to get into like an anti-aging skin regimen, and I can help you with that. If you have any questions, I can answer those. We can message. Yeah, you have to be careful. Wrinkles and fine lines. Like if I'm doing under eye highlight, then let's see, I gotta check my time. Okay, if we're doing under eye highlight, I have to be careful sometimes that I'm not really heavy with powder because I have fine lines starting. Thankfully, I'm using skincare that is holding them off. So as I'm heading towards my mid-40s, it's still holding up okay. Thank you, skincare. But yeah, so be careful on powders. You know, test it out, try liquids, see what works best for you. The other thing, not so much with wrinkles, but with dark circles, have you ever put, concealer or something to cover up and it makes it look like it made them darker or more gray? That just means you haven't matched your undertone. So that's another thing I can help you figure out, is which shades to use so that you're properly blocking and not accentuating that darkness. There's a lot to, like, when you get liquid foundation, if anyone needs help with me matching it, I can match to your undertones, because that's so important. Oftentimes we put foundation on and our face looks orange and we don't understand why, and it's because it's not the right match for your undertone. Okay, let's get some setting powder, speaking of powder, and finish this off and get our day started. Let's see. What brush am I using? I'm going to use the big powder puff brush once I find it. And maybe I dropped it. That's what dropped. Do you know how many times I'm like off camera? You're very welcome. Very welcome. So press powder, or the setting powder, just give it a little dab. Tap, 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 tap. And then just lightly press that on. And this is just another, we don't want to cake this on. We never want to cake anything on. You always want to start with even foundation. Start with a light layer and you can always build. It's very hard if you go in with too thick of a layer to subtract after the fact. And all this is doing is just giving us an extra layer of protection. There's also a setting spray that you can kind of spritz if you're more of a spray person. Again, I like the matte. So there we have it. Just kind of easy. I shouldn't say easy, because some of you are going, oh my gosh, you've been doing this for like 45 minutes. This is not easy to me. But it can be easy if you want to learn more. I actually host classes for you and your friends online. So we could do a beauty basics class. If you're just kind of starting out and you want to learn the real basics, we could host one of those. Or I could do more of a beauty boot camp, which is more of an intermediate type of class. I am not a makeup artist, and I never claim to be, but I like that because I feel like I can better teach like the everyday kind of makeup girl, just to be able to explain it in the way that I learned it, because this was learned in the past 4 years with Younique. If you go to my personal profile and you scroll back 5 years ago and you look at those photos, you will see my makeup skills have come a long way, and I would be happy to teach that to you and your friends. So just comment class below if you want to host one of those. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a part of Younique, locking arms with me, being on our amazing team, then just drop a team below and I will message you. Any other questions? I have an open door. You come to me anytime. I'm happy to answer anything that you have. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click the follow button, which is down in here somewhere, so that you get notifications when I'm live. And if you've learned something today, please feel free to share it. Thanks so much, guys. Go have an amazing day. We're going to conquer it, right? We're looking good. We're feeling better. Go conquer the day. Choose happiness. You deserve it. Bye, guys.